So apparently there was a passenger who was on Qantas airline on a routine trans-Tasman journey between Australia and New Zealand. It was unexpectedly, of course, the journey was unexpectedly transformed into a widely discussed aviation incident after a passenger on board of Qantas Airways QF flight was struck by a projectile of vomit while the aircraft was taxiing for departure. And then the service operating from Melbourne Airport to Auckland Airport on January 28 became the center of public scrutiny when the affected traveler's request for reimbursement was initially denied. What followed was a debate over airline accountability, hygiene standards, and customer care during in-flight biohazard events. A full refund was ultimately issued. The event occurred during a tax procedure prior to takeoff from Melbourne Airport. A nearby traveler reportedly became suddenly unwell, resulting in bodily fluids being expelled across adjacent seating areas. Contamination of clothing and personal belongings was reported, creating visible discomfort and distress. In the early moments following the incident, cabin crew was said to have provided limited cleaning materials that were fireable on board. However, given the severity of the situation, the aircraft was returned to the gate before departure. Upon arrival back at the terminal, affected passengers were permitted to disembark in order to seek appropriate cleaning assistance. So the initial claim was denied. Following the incident, a reimbursement request was submitted to Qantas Airways. Costs associated with professional cleaning services as well as related personal expenses were reportedly included in the claim. The airline initially declined the compensation, stating that the illness of a fellow passenger fell outside circumstances within its direct control. So that is what happened. So what happens when your fellow passenger on an airline pukes on you? What happens? These guys who were traveling in Qantas Airways, they had asked for compensation. They claimed for compensation. It was denied at first, but later they were compensated.